Good afternoon, Year 4, and welcome to your topic lesson this afternoon. As it's the week of World Book Day, we thought we would do some World Book Day type activities this afternoon. I've got 4 different activities for you to have a try at. You don't have to do all of them. You can pick to do one of them or a couple of them. It's entirely up to you, but you need to spend about an hour or so on these activities in total. Let's have a look at then the 4 activities. The first one is all based on the author session this morning with Liz. Hopefully you all had a chance to log on and see how she does the doodling in her unique style. Now, I'll put a link in the assignments to the webpage with loads of resources for her, and there's loads of stuff there to do with her doodling style, or you can just grab a piece of paper and have a go at doodling in her style. But make sure, see if you can illustrate in the same way that she does. The second activity is this thing called Story Starters by Scholastic. Now, this thing is absolutely fantastic. If you follow the link and log on to this, what you need to do is you type in your name there. Now, don't worry, you don't have to create an account. It's just so that you know who it is and it puts it on your final piece of work. But you don't have to log on as such. You need to click the class you're in. Now, you are actually grade 3, the 3rd grade there. This is an American website and their years are 1 year behind us. So in actual fact, year 4 is 3rd grade. So click on 3rd grade. When you go in there, there's like this wonderful system where you can press buttons and you can spin wheels and it creates a different story starter for you with loads of different ideas in there, and you can chop and change it around. And what it'll do is it'll give you an idea for a short story. And that's what I'd like you to do with this activity. You're going to write a short story based on the ideas it gives you. It's not a long story, not about pages and pages worth. It's entirely up to you how you do it, what skills you use, who the characters are. It's really free and creative writing today. Now, the lovely thing about this website is that once you've spun it and got your ideas, you can type straight onto the document that they've got online and then download it as a PDF and send it to me. Or you could write it by hand, or you could type it up in Word, it's whatever you want to do. But I strongly suggest you have a look at this one to give you some lovely ideas for a story starter. The third one is extreme reading. Now, you've probably seen pictures like this before, and I think during the very first lockdown, Mr. Hickey did a challenge based on extreme reading. Well, extreme reading is where you do some reading, but you don't just sit in a nice, quiet room and do the reading. You find somewhere a bit more exciting to do it. So as you can see here, this lady is having a bath of books, so she's reading that book while she's sat in a bath covered in lots and lots of other books. I've seen other pictures before where people are doing things like sitting on top of a rock doing it, or I saw a picture where someone was sat in front of a target with arrows stuck all around them when they were reading a book. Now, remember, the important thing about this is it's called extreme reading, not just extreme photography. So you need to be doing reading, but you need to be doing it in a strange and unusual place and get someone to take a photograph of you doing it. So, for example, here, this person is reading in the bath. You might have another strange and unusual place you wouldn't expect to find someone reading, a bit of an extreme reading challenge. But you do actually need to be reading, not just having a photograph taken with a book. Okay, so find someone strange and unusual and do a bit of reading for a bit. Please be safe when you do this, though. I don't want anyone to not be able to come back and join us on Monday because they decided to jump off the roof while reading a copy of Wind in the Willows. Okay, whatever you're doing has got to be safe. It's got to look extreme, but please, no injuries, no life-threatening decisions to, leap in front of a tiger and slap him around the face with a copy of Stig in the Dump. Okay, make sure what you're doing is safe but extreme. And the last one, the simplest one of it, is just get reading for a bit. Take the opportunity this afternoon to do a bit of quiet reading. Find somewhere nice and quiet to sit down and read. Now, if you've got books at home, great. If not, there's loads of books on Myon and Get Epic that you can have a look at and do lots of reading from. So there's your 4 activities. Do some doodling in the style of Liz, to do the story starter from Scholastic, to do an extreme reading challenge, or if you're not feeling extreme, just to do some reading. Thought it might be a nice way to spend our Monday afternoon before we come back to get ourselves with a bit of reading and do some reading activities. So I'm looking forward to seeing what you're getting on with. If you've done a wonderful picture from your extreme reading, either share it with me or put it on the class Twitter page. You can download those PDFs from Scholastic or write it out on paper and then send it through to me there. If you're reading on the Myon, I'll be able to see that you're reading, and in fact on the Get Epic as well, I'll be able to see that you're reading as well when I log on. So have a really good go. Oh, and those pictures by Liz, if you've done some of those, make sure you tweet them at our class page or you send them through as well. Well, have fun this afternoon. I hope you really enjoyed the author visit this morning with Liz, and I'm looking forward to see how you get on this afternoon.